Add to stage. There we go. That's not working right. Give me the full picture. There we go. Sorry about that, guys. When I thought it crashed. Yeah, my computer's acting funny. I don't know what it is. I rebooted it. I did everything. I put a pass key on this thing earlier this week, and now every time I go to log into anything, it wants my whole password and everything, and I have to freaking secure it with my phone. And this, I don't know how the fudge to get it out of there. The fingers, Chris. I want to appreciate you guys coming to it and checking up on me. I apologize. It was not good. Hey, listen to that. 8 o'clock on the nose. I don't know. I think it's me, you, and Chris. Slotcar Bro. And now the host. Yes. Sorry about earlier, guys. Sorry about earlier. Yeah, it was I was already hurting, but I went upstairs to get something to eat, and then I was sitting there talking to my wife because she leaves usually around the time I'm starting this live tonight. So, talking to her, I get up to do something. Oh, she wanted me to let the dogs or something like that. Anyway, I've been walking real carefully because my knee's been bothering me on the left side, and made this weekend really suck because I couldn't get around. Yeah, well, 8, Chris. Chris, it's 8 my time. So, make a long story short, I ended up twisting my damn knee, and down I went. And anyway, my wife ended up getting me into the bedroom, but and I passed out. I got my knee in a comfortable spot, as comfortable as it could be, and I passed out. So I apologize to everybody for the 4 o'clock. That was what was supposed to happen. Hey, Easy E and Colt. I'm sure unless he's in bed already. I apologize. I look like shit. I usually have things better prepared. I've been working on the whole weekend. I've been working on this room, actually. It looks like crap. There's stuff everywhere. But, and, I'm going to have to get control of this camera. You know that? Let's see here. I'm not sure how I go about doing that. It was a late nap. That's for darn sure. Get this. Gotta have control of this camera. Come on. Here we go. Okay, get off this normal tracking stuff. Motion. Let's go to standard. Now, I don't know where the camera's facing, but we'll go with that. Close this down. Bring this back up. Things you got to do on a computer to make things work, right? So if I take the gimbal, kind of give you an idea what I was looking at. Go the right direction. Come on. I'm going to sway exit left on my camera. Anybody see anything coming into picture down there? Not going to be the best, but yeah, I'll have to work on that one. I may have been better off to go with a better camera. Anyway, over here, I found a use for my polycar track. It goes from that wall all the way to the other side of me, over here to almost to the other wall, so that I can actually start running cars. See if I get a better angle on that. Nope. Let's go this way. Do it this way. I can't see the chat at the moment while this camera thing's in the way. Oh, is it bright enough to show it over here? Or do I want to show the pile of junk that I got sitting over there? Does move kind of slow. You can kind of see it right there. Go down. Nope, can't go down. Right here. It turns right here and goes back around. It goes underneath my laptop. So, yeah. Go back. This is when I should have used my phone camera and hooked it up so I can just move it around. We'll get there. Oops, wrong direction. Right about there. Help me get back in spot. Yeah, there we go. Let me turn this thing off so. Looks like your work area. Well, cleaner than it was earlier. I had shit stacked everywhere. I moved my printer over there. I haven't even hooked it back up yet for filament printing. Yeah, it's been kind of crazy. Man, I got 10 people in here. Probably I can only get 2. Let me see. I'm going to try something. I don't know if it'll work. Let me try something real quick. Camera. Oh, it does work that way. Here, let's give you a better idea what this looks like. Bring the light out here a little bit. I'm working on it. But yeah. If I turn my regular lights on, it would work better. Yeah, it's a polycar track. And yes, there is the Oldsmobile. And yeah, I'm not sure which lane I got it on. Oh, I got lane 1. Put that over here. I gotta get lights in there first. But, you know. This is just something I wanted to put in here so I can test cars and do quick videos on and stuff like that. Really excited about it. This was supposed to be a better view with going around my track, but this will work. But yeah, my Oldsmobile's been done. I've been trying to show it. If you haven't noticed, I've already popped the mirror off. It's on that wall over there, as a matter of fact. Yeah. So I can actually use this camera and the other. This is what I was trying to figure out. So if I switch it back, let's see if it goes back. Let me go back. Now we can view ourselves this way. Oh, that'll work, right? Am I wrong? Put that down. Yeah, I started off this weekend putting a Carrera track in here. Matter of fact, so it was back right there, the black that you can't see. And I had the borders on it and everything. And the only way I was going to be able to pull it off when I got it down there was I was going to go all the way around the room to come back around. Well, and I was okay with that. And I was going to build a bridge to go across the doorway behind me so I could get in and out, just pop it free. But then I was cleaning up some stuff. I looked up and went, shit, I got a polycar track. Got a much better turning radius, because I don't have any bigger curves than the ones that came with the original set. So I put the corners on, and it fits right on this little table. I mean, it's just right up against the edge of it, too, as a matter of fact. So I was like, why not? I don't use it for anything else. And let me bring this light back up here so you guys can see me. Not that you want to. The fingers. B-Rads, Easy E. Yeah, we got some people in here. I was supposed to let Shotgun Dave know I was coming over here, but it does. It's a perfect fit. I do have to I'm going to put some more shelving this way. There will be lights underneath here, so it'll actually be a better view. I didn't get that far this weekend because of, I worked on the Carrera track first. This actually happened today, and I was pretty excited about showing it tonight. So now that I know I can do that, I just need to get better lighting. I can turn on the overhead lights, but you're still going to see the dark side underneath. So I put some shelving in. I'm trying to make it so that when I do my lives, if I can't do it out there, I can do it right here and at least show off a general car rather than doing an open box and going, hey, I got this car today. All right, that's it. I'll see you all next time. Because the other track, I've been trying to hide it anyway because I'm trying to, hiding has not done me any good, but, I haven't done anything. I'm trying to get it ready for Christmas, but I'm finding it hard to get in there, especially with this week. My knee has been killing me, and that room's a mess. Then we got flooding earlier the week from the rain, so that the floor was wet. Change-ups never end. You're right. No, I just try to make it a little more comfortable when I am in here, and sometimes watching a live, I'm not doing anything, and I was like, I can run a couple cars around the track real quick, just have some fun. Plus, I'll learn how to use tight corners, right? big progress on my truck. It's actually done. I had a better light for it, so I might wait. I might show that to you guys tomorrow as a what's that called? What kind of video is that called? They call it a special name. Or you're just doing a first time serve of it. I mean, you guys can see it in the camera there a minute ago, but show it you running around. I had a bigger plan for it. It is. I guess I could show. I'm waiting for some other parts that are coming in tomorrow. But if you guys watched Harry's live earlier, which I did, he promoted those new, yeah. See, I'm not ready, guys. Career guides, or I mean, slot invasion guides that come with the jewel kit. I ordered 3 of those, so I got those coming in. They'll be here tomorrow, along with another package that I'm expecting, which I wasn't wanting to buy, but I bought it anyway because, well, believe it or not, I just said it. Harry had to show it on his channel, and I bit the bullet on that one. I wanted it anyway, but that's beside the point. Got other things coming up as far as slot car builds and stuff. You haven't seen it yet. I've been working on. The light sucks when you do it this way. This is a 1961 Pontiac Catalina, and I painted it yellow. It's not done. Yeah, the light really does suck on this thing. What if I do a yellow? Nope, that's darkening it. Does that help? No, does that bring it down? Maybe it's just too bright of a light. If I bring it over here, there we go. Yes, this is my large barge build. I plan to add light blue to it. Skunk it. It'll be my skunk mobile. I've already got the last coat of yellow on this one. I'm trying to figure out if I'm going to paint the stripes on. Well, Chris, it's funny you say that because that was supposed to be my original thing tonight, but I'm still working on that one. I was going to discuss the builds on everything. There's a lot of building going on. It's I won't lie, it's my new favorite part of the hobby. Yeah, I know the fingers need a taxi cab. You said that the other day, didn't you? Oh, maybe I should put black little checker marks instead of stripes, right? Not everyone's building. Yeah, but you know how to, don't you, the fingers? I know you do. But yeah, buildings, that's kind of what the show is labeled the dark side for. I'm going to give you kind of more the darker side of the hobby here. The things that most people won't tell you. Oh, really? I originally was going to paint it. If you look at the box, it's actually yellow too, but I could not. Let me find the right color. Look at the box. It's just the shade on it, but it was a real pale, not sun yellow, but not mustard yellow. If that makes sense. And anyway, I had decided I was going to try and paint that color. I talked to my hobby guy, and he goes, unless you know the combination to make it that tone. I talked to Dave, Shotgun Dave. I've talked to him and tried to get no drama. There you are. Sorry, guys. You guys missed my part of the story where I explained I twisted up my knee. As a matter of fact, that's why I'm not going to move around too much. Here I go moving. Yeah, so I just decided to go ahead, and David suggested to just paint it yellow and just don't put black under it. Because I thought, well, that would darken it down a little bit, but he's like, yeah, that'll ruin it. So I've never really used black for a primer. However, that's coming because I have a problem with it. Get an angle where you can see it. One of my favorite cars, TV cars of all time. The Ferrari Daytona Spider, which was actually a Corvette. Anybody who actually paid attention to the show, any? Oh, there we go. If I angle it this way, you can see it. There we go. I tried to do this with the Fly Ferraris, and I ruined it real bad. I got it when I put the clear coat on because I had paint specs. But anyway, so this one will probably have a black primer on it before I paint it black. was down the road. I'm not in any hurry to get that one done. I'm actually starting early with the whole large barge, but that stuff sneaks up on me. I plan to enter that one. I also plan to finish my 55 up there in the corner. My finger's like right on it right now back here. I started that one 3 years ago and never finished it. When I was originally trying to get into it, I had the wrong intentions for getting in back then. That was I was fresh with the new channel and everything, and I was trying to jump into everything. I was trying to get my name out there. I was originally looking for, building up some numbers and stuff like that, which, as you guys know now, I'm not a big fan of numbers. Don't get me wrong, I like having people that pay attention. I'm getting out to people, but that's not what I'm here for. It really isn't. Just like I was telling the fingers right before I came on this one, I had a better prepared live. It kind of fell apart whenever that happened because I didn't get things done. But the show must go on, right? I think I told Chris the same thing. Chris called me. The fingers reached out to me. They're all concerned about where I was on the live, if they should tell anybody anything. I was upstairs when it happened, so I couldn't even get back down here to my PC. My phone was down here. I was basically, what is it called? Socialist. That's not funny, is it? I'm sorry. I tried to make it funny. Shotgun Dave! He didn't miss anything. I've just been talking a little bit and showing him a little bit of my track and talking about where I was with the whole why I was late. And yeah, so I didn't have any access to my phone or PC because it was down here. Like I said, I walked up there to have lunch, or what you call dinner, with my wife. It was around 40 minutes before I had to be on live. And Slotcar Dojo. Welcome, buddy. Welcome. I twisted, tried to get the dogs in the bed. I hit the floor. I was in pain. I had tears coming out of my eyes, but I wasn't crying. Okay. If you want to say it was, I guess we'll say it was. But yeah, I've had knee injury from the military. It was on my right knee. This is my left knee doing it now. This is actually made me remember the bad knee on the other side when I was out in the woods and that happened. I was carrying a water jug down from the water buffalo and down an incline, and man, my knee just went one direction and the rest of me went the other direction, and that was the end of it. Oh, and I got belted with the water jug I was carrying. Oh, let's see here. Hey, Tom. What? Let's see. There's John Tucci. Hi. You're probably right behind Chris and DeFingers in the earlier one, but I just wasn't here, was I? Oh. But anyway, like I said, I decided I'd go ahead and go on with the show and show a few things. And like I said, I ran the Oldsmobile just a bit ago. I can run it again here in a second. Probably will turn the overhead lights on for that, which will probably blind this part of the screen up, but I'll go back to my phone and show it that way. And I said to Dave, he goes, "You're going to like that." And I already do. It's because I do a lot in this room. So when I'm in here, let's say a live's on or something like that, or whatever, I can just come straight over here and, while watching my computer or watching on the TV or my monitor over here, I can sit here and run a car and have some fun, especially when you watch somebody's video and they're showing cars going on the track. You're like, man, I just want to run a car right now. Yeah, not big, but it's perfect. It's a perfect fit for this area. I don't know why I didn't think of it sooner. I just, I had those two pieces of career. You guys see me advertise or show some cars sitting on it in pictures on Facebook and Instagram. And I always put those cars out there for a display. And at one time I had another piece on it. And I was like, I should extend this and just make a straightaway for a car to run down, just for whatever reason. But never thought about that polycar track up there. As a matter of fact, here recently I thought about selling them, getting rid of the polycar track, giving it away as a gift to somebody, or I'm going up to my brother's this next weekend. And it's one of the little kids' birthdays. I thought about giving him either this or maybe that AFX track up there. Because I'm not sure I'll ever actually do it. Space is getting limited, so you have to make decisions on things. Never out of the box. That's a better gift to give than a polycar track I've had out a few times. Plus now I'm using it, so. Oh, Oh, now my dogs are all fired up again. Yeah, they're crazy. See, he's getting ready to let his big dog out, so they all get crazy because they know they're going outside. So, yeah, exactly. I think that, well, he's really young. It's sad to say I don't know his exact age. I think he's going to be 5, which is probably a little young for a slot car track. But I think if his dad was sitting there with him, I think it'd be all right. The L's are barking. Yeah. Yeah, they tried to start a union the other day. I told them no. They want more rights. I told them to get back to work. Yeah. So, yeah, my holiday is coming up quick, guys. I guess they're already showing it in freaking Walmart. I won't lie. I'm a big Christmas person all year round. But that's a little ridiculous. We're not even into October yet. You haven't done anything for Halloween per se, and you're sitting there already pulling out Christmas stuff for Walmart. That's right. Sometimes the deer just can't perform. I bring the dogs out. If that don't work, I grab my big Chevy. Oh, I ordered it off Amazon. I kept saying I was going to get a site for that. My wife actually ordered it. She got it for me for Father's Day from the kids one year. And I liked it a lot. And yeah, you can get them on Amazon there, depending on what size you want. I think they're right around the $100 mark. I'm not sure what that one exactly cost because I didn't buy it. I bought Shane's, the one he shows in his videos. I sent that to him for Christmas last year. He got it after Christmas. I'm trying to make sure that doesn't happen this year. I need to have my packages out. Probably for Australia, I'd have to have them out in beginning of November. They're gonna get it by Christmas. Yeah. You know what? I'm not big on the commercial side of Christmas. It never was about that. When I was a kid, yeah, who didn't like getting a gift? I've said this before. There was always the excitement of it. Everybody was friendlier. The lights everywhere. You had a lot going on at the school, so it was always decorated. You always had the school programs. I was in the chorus, so I did bells. Believe it or not, I did the bells. I will not say that again. Anyway. Have you seen the Grinch tree at Hobby Lobby? I have not. I haven't been to Hobby Lobby recently. I have a tendency not to go there. There used to be a lot. My honest opinion, I mean, they've got the Christmas stuff. They always have Christmas stuff there all year round, really. But hold on. I will have to figure out a way to mount this track so it stays still. Because when I sit on, reach for my mouse and put my arm on the track to go over it, it wants to slide that way. I'm trying to keep it off the wall back here so we don't take the paint off on one side of the car. Well, yeah, they creep up faster and faster every year. Christmas is a big time of year. It is. I definitely, I think it's great for the kids. If you have kids that aren't getting everything all year long anyway. But the ones that don't get anything, I think they deserve a lot, especially if they're the ones doing the Tad, how you doing, Tad? This original live was going to be set up around you, you asshole. He had Darth Vader talk to me the other day about building cars. I'm hooked, guys. I am hooked, line and sinker on cars. Actually, like I said, I was saying that at the beginning, and I kind of jumped off of it. It's becoming my favorite part of the hobby. I don't run cars enough to say it's the running the car. I like running cars. Don't get me wrong. But building them, even with all the challenges you run across while you're doing it, it's just when you're done, it's beautiful, and you're like, man, you do it again. And you do have frustrations. There are little things that can get in your way. It is where the party is. You're right, Ted. I'm sure Shane will agree with you. I'm sure Shotgun Dave will agree with you. I'm sure Harry, if he was on here, would agree with you. George would agree with you. Honestly, I didn't believe it. even when I did that first Cobra car, I was like, yeah, this is cool. I wanted to build it because it was something I was interested in. And I did it, and I love the car. Don't get me wrong. I still run it. I was running it quite a bit often, really. And, that was probably about it for me. I was like, yeah, maybe I'll make some for some of these showdowns and stuff like that, just for the fun of it. Never thought about it much more after that. And then, yeah, between Shotgun Dave and Tad, and they both, one denies it, the other one says maybe. But yeah, I've definitely gotten hooked on it, and I won't lie, I wouldn't have gotten where I went with it so far if I didn't get the support from them. And I appreciate it. Since both of you guys are here, thank you again. It's actually the part of the hobby I really, really enjoy. I've got shit tons of models now. I showed them to my brother the other day because you're starting to look like Dad. Like, well, they're kind of one and the same. My dad builds models, so that I build models, but then I don't have to put the engines together and all that stuff. I just put the bodies together, interior, and then build me a chassis. So anyway, if you haven't built one, I might suggest you try one. You can't do any worse than I did on my first one. Right. Even going forward, I mean, I could tell you some secrets, but I'll wait because I was going to show my new truck tonight, but I was going to wait for a couple more things. I had a package coming in tomorrow. I was just going to add to it, but like I said, Harry already showed it today on his live. If you watched his, then it's no different. I've ordered 3 of those new guides. So as soon as I saw them, I ordered them. I asked Oscar about them, but then yeah, he said that they don't work on every car, but they work on, anyway. I originally thought they were a guide for all like 1/25th scale cars, but I was under the wrong impression. However, once he explained it to me, he's like, I can return your money. Blah. I was like, nope, just send them to me. I'll just go ahead and use them. Show the damn truck. Oh, I guess I could. Let's see here. I can do it a different way here. Let me do the switch old camera thing again. That's what I did last time, right? I'll go here. Wait a minute. Oh, it's dark. Get out of here. As I try to learn how to do this. Camera. We got the webcam. And here's the final result. Let me see if I can get better lighting on that. Oh. We're getting all kinds of lighting on it. This is my Slot Invasion truck. Slot Invasion themed truck. And it even includes, believe it or not, the Slot Invasion, axles. Got them in there. So this is a Slot Invasion truck. I can run it around the track. If I turn on the overhead lights to do that. This thing is a beast. It's got a 25K motor in it. Just like what you've seen on Harry's things, those little Jolly Ranchers, as Dave and him call. This thing is wicked. So I will run around the track real quick and switch. Let me get the camera ready here. Blah, 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 blah. I have a camera pod here. Again, as you can see, my track goes all around. I hope I don't slam it into some freaking wall somewhere. We'll put this in a pod. How do I get this thing? I apologize for not having the whole camera in there. I'm going to turn on the lights. Make it a little better to see. Get my little remote down here. If I just quick action with it. Right. Should check the tires before I ran it. Probably dirty. I was playing with it earlier. Oh. A little dirty. fix that real quick. And of course, this track, I haven't had any practice on it, other than just a few laps with each car. And for the 25K motors, this is really probably not the right size track. We'll go a little slower so you can see it right. It's quiet. Yeah, I just got to learn my stopping point. See, I just not stopping yet. I'll do that again. Get her back on the track. This is where you find out how bad of a driver I really am. See, this is a whole different remote too. It's too hard what I'm doing. I didn't bring the camera over there, did I? I'm working out my kinks so I can get it past what I'm supposed to do. Woohoo! Okay, 3 accidents and you're out, right? Is that how that's supposed to work? Plus, I can't see the chat. Race trucks are, yeah, they are cool. Bring it up a little closer here, guys. If I get that light not to angle on it so hard. I like this one. It's blue. I painted it all up. The exhaust pieces were actually, if I can get it in there, you see those exhaust tips on the end? I drilled the holes, put those in. They are hollow, so I could put lights in them if I wanted to. I even put damn it. I really got to work on my lighting situation. If you can see it, there's a Slot Invasion sticker in there too. I was going to go crazy and put a lot more on it, and then Dave talked me out of it. He goes, keep it simple. Keep it simple. I was going to go crazy with it. I actually had a guide at one point. Actually, I do have the guide still. I had painted it up. I'm going to go ahead and show it just in case people think differently. I was going to put it on the back. I didn't like it there. Then there was the idea of putting it on the front. But I had painted it blue on the top, white around the edges, and the white in the middle, so it was red, white, and blue, of course. This was my original idea. I was going to cut that peg off where it's hooked onto right now. But, yep, you're right. And I agree with Dave now. At the time, I went crazy. I even reached out to Oscar to get some stickers because you can't just buy them off their page. And so he sent me the extra stickers because I didn't have enough. Back over here. But it goes with my Slot Invasion gantry, starter gantry, if you guys have seen that. My page. And if you put it on the top, it did look like a Domino's pizza delivery truck. It was just an idea. I was trying to, Slot Invasion guides, I've always used them since day one. I've seen others out there available and people talk about them. I've never tried any others. I know the Slot Invasion guides always been good for me, so I've never swayed away from them. They've been great. I'm not getting promoted. I'm not getting paid to do this stuff. I'm just saying, from my own personal experience, I never had to look for another guide because I had it. And I've got the pinion puller and all that stuff. I've got that tool. I think I got a couple things of them. But of course, I got my first set of axles the other day, and they're in the truck, and man, they are solid. Harry wasn't kidding. They are solid. And so he answered the question too. Of course, they're great. I haven't had any issues with mine at all. So you might give them a holler if you're looking for some parts. I haven't tried all their stuff yet. I have the I want, Chris. What we got here? The Porsche. I'm lost. I think I'm missing the conversation. Then we got. Don't we all? We all have that. And I couldn't be happier with that truck. Actually, right now it's really up there on. I mean, I put a lot of time into it. Just like the guys did the 3A3D. They put in the time, guys. So we need to appreciate that a little bit. And then Slot Invasion, they didn't have to, but they provide a guide with it. So if you don't believe me and you have never used a Slot Invasion guide, get one of these 3A3D vehicles, preferably a truck, but there's more out there. Get one of these and try it out for yourself. I'm telling you, because it works. This is a polycar track. I have a Carrera track. It works on both. I was actually shocked by the whole thing because I thought, because they're a little bit longer, I thought maybe they would catch on these really sharp corners on this polycar track, and they don't. So, yeah, I did actually think of that. So yeah, I can't find anything wrong with them. They're deeper, so you can use them for everything. I can't answer this question without, because I don't actually know the answer. I think they're just slightly shallower than your regular wood guides, I think. How you doing, Raul? Welcome. If I've missed anybody else, let me know. I seen B-Rads of fingers. But I won't lie. I've never had to change anything else. I've seen they got, like on Carrera site, they had that Franken slot guides. Never tried one. Let's see. I don't even know what other guides are out there at the moment. I know there's a few. But yeah, you want to, I can't say enough. That was the first thing I thought of when I got the truck, was I was going to make it a Slot Invasion truck. And I went with, because I had already made the Slot Invasion gantry, the Hughes gantry, starter gantry. I made mine Slot Invasion because that's where my stickers went. That's why I had to call them up to get more stickers. So I need to buy some more stickers, but they're not on your site. How can I get some of those? And then I got those in, and that was able to finish up the truck. He gave me different sizes to make sure I could fit, but in the end, it came down to I just need those narrow ones. Now, the other ones I will be using throughout my track layouts and stuff like that, because I will definitely give good comments to a product I actually use and enjoy. Matter of fact, the car's not complete until I got a Slot Invasion guide in it. And I have a lot. I mean, I buy guides probably quarterly. You don't think about it when you're buying cars. You're not thinking that far ahead. Sometimes I don't buy the tires or the guides or any of the other stuff. I finally got me some of that. This last order from Slotcar Corner, I got a order of that. What is it called? Braid juice. I finally got some, so I can try it out. I put it on that 55 I'm talking about putting in for the fest. I don't know why. I keep wanting to say Summerfest. I don't know why. The Showdown. I don't know why I want to say the other word, but the Showdown. Because the braids on that thing, I'll probably end up replacing them, but they got different stuff on them through the last 3 years. My paint thinner got on them once, and they're probably ruined, but it still runs. But I used it. It did clean it up quite a bit, believe it or not. Because I took a brush and started going through it like a toothbrush and started to scrub through it. But I'll probably replace the braids before I send them to Harry's. But yeah, I slowly get into things. I used my tire truer on that truck, as a matter of fact. That's the first time I went to the full extent to actually get my tires somewhat, true. So if you don't have a tire truer, if you're not into, I would say everybody needs one. That's the line. But here's what I'll say. I'll say if you want a little more out of your car, and you're using rather it be standard tires or polyurethane tires, a tire true would help. It'll give you a little more traction rather than have to chase your car around every corner because it slid off. I'm not saying that won't happen after you trim them, but you know what I mean. right in the figures. You have to have round tires, and everybody knows that Carrera doesn't come with round tires. Scale Electric don't come around with round tires, but you can round them, and they will perform better. Believe it or not, you don't have to go out and buy the most expensive tires out there. Especially, it depends on what you're doing with this part of the hobby. If you're just going to run some cars with your kids once in a while, a tire true would be good. You can sand them down. You can use a sanding block if you want to, but when I get into something, I try to go all in, and unfortunately, it gets expensive after a while, especially when you're doing it all at once. Trust me, I've done it too many times. I'm like, oh, I gotta have. It ain't about that. It's like keeping up with the Joneses. I'm not trying to keep up with the Joneses anymore. I'm doing my own thing. Why not? He seemed to be able to push those around pretty quick there, the fingers. Yabba dabba doo! Can you imagine doing that to go to work every day? I'm here to go to work. Those guys must have been in great shape, even though they look a little roly-poly. That was all leg muscle. That's exactly what it is, Tad. That is exactly what it is. The best thing you can keep up with is yourself. I have a lot of respect for everybody out here, but at the end of the day, the hobby's mine. Just like if I go to GST right there, if I go to his, the hobby's his. The hobby's yours. You do what you got to do with it. Whatever makes it fun for you, you do it. Don't listen to anybody else. Sometimes it'll take you down the wrong direction. Not that it was a bad thing, but it's not what you were into. I know a lot. I'm going to bring this up because I know it got brought up, and I'm not trying to attack anybody, but I was on Harry's live Friday night, and no, Dave's. Sorry, that was wrong guy. Talking to Dave, and I, he was talking about Revo slots, and I said, well, I don't like Revo slots, and I know a lot of people do. I don't call it lazy. I just don't want to do all that work to a car for me to run it on the track. If I wanted to do that, I could get into RC racing where you got to put the whole damn thing together to make it run. Maybe someday I'll get into that. I will say this about them: their cars are beautiful, and I won't lie. I've got 4. Datsun 510, one of the Toyota, the black edition, the flat black. I can't remember what it's called. I've got a Porsche 911, and I've got, what's that other one? Anyway, doesn't matter. The Porsche don't run at all right now. Matter of fact, the gear stripped in it, so I gotta get a new gear for it. So maybe I'll tune it then. But I'm just not a fan. Then I form my own opinions because, like, I've seen yesterday I was looking at. Was it yesterday? Or was it today? BRMs. It was yesterday, wasn't it, Dave? I was thinking of BRMs, and they got a white kit. I like the Sirocco's. I have 2 of them. I could show them off a little bit. I'm not gonna pull them out though. End up messing my knee up trying to get over there. So I'm using one leg to move around on the chair. But anyway, they're my favorite. They have a white version, and they have 3 other cars that are available. I hope they make more, but yeah. Oh, it was just yesterday. Thank you, Dave. I was looking at them, and they have a white kit, and I looked at the white kit online, trying to find one for sale, and I noticed that they came in a cardboard package, sort of like you're buying a set of washers or something, just with a plastic case. And they only want like $20 less than what they're paying. So you're paying $20 for that box and a livery on your car. That's how I feel about it. So basically they're either price gouging you still, or that box is a really expensive box to have outside of a Revo slot, and then have to put it together and put it, I mean, that's why I bought Revo slots. They were beautiful cars. I thought I'd give them a try. It's just not for me. That's all. I know a lot of people love them. Some people preach them. And I'm not against it. I will watch you put a Revo slot on. I like to see them run around the track just as much as the other car. I don't have a NSR is definitely my favorite. Hands down, I've always had good luck with NSRs. It made very minor adjustments if I have to, usually wheel height in the front. But yeah. So I just wanted to clear that up. I'm not a hater per se. It's just not my cup of tea or cup of coffee for some of you, or just a plain old straight Pepsi. I go to the beat of a different drum, right? But all slot cars have their potential in this world. I honestly believe that your higher end cars, you need a big track so you can run the full potential of them. If you're into the hobby with just a small layout Carrera, and I'm not saying you can't do it, because Shotgun Dave can do it. His track's not one of the bigger tracks out there, and he runs his on his, so you can do it. I'm not saying you can't, but they're high end cars. You want to get the top out of them, you're going to need some room to stretch its legs. But if you got good straightaways, you can do quite a bit. You go to the beautiful what? You're right. Let me change this up. The fingers. You're right. That's what's great about it. There's so many choices, and believe it or not, the choices have become a lot bigger lately. God, when I got in the hobby, now originally I was looking at Scale Electric and Carrera, and they had quite a few cars. And then I started to learn about Fly and these, that, and they've all had a few cars. It seems like here lately they've been pushed more and more out, and it's a good thing and a bad thing for your pocketbook. So if you want to sleep in your wife's bed at night, be careful with your pocketbook. It'll get you in trouble. You're squinting at your cell phone. Fingers, you should be at a bigger screen. David and Shane. Oh my God, I got both of them. They both woke up. Oh, kind of late to be waking up, isn't it? Well, good morning to you. Good evening for us. Yeah. So what was I saying? Oh, I got sidetracked by some more friends coming in. It depends on what you want to do with them in the hobby. That's all it comes down to. There's no wrong slot car. You can do whatever you want with any slot car. You lazy to turn on people tablet or because you already did it once at 4:00, right? When I'm supposed to be on the fingers. Again, like I said, I apologize. It wasn't a good thing. I was actually upset about the fact, when I woke up from my little nap after I calmed down. I was like, I came down here and I was like, do I still go on? Because now I'm not ready. I don't have anything prepared. And I was like, nope. I said I was going on, so I went ahead and came back on. So I apologize to everybody that showed up at 4:00. I do know a couple of them were, because they actually reached out to me wondering what happened to me. Rest in peace, Santa. I ain't ready to die yet, damn it. But yeah. So I'm sitting there watching this truck spin around out of the corner of my eye. I'm going, man, I just keep wanting to look at it. And of course, the Oldsmobile. Everybody knows I'm an Oldsmobile fan, so this thing is beautiful. And like I said, I got the magnet back in, so it could just fall off. Believe it or not, when I was moving things around today, the car fell off the shelf. I picked it up to put it on the track and didn't realize the wing wasn't back on it when I ran it around a couple times to check it. I went, turned around, it was laying back here. Stuck it back on. I was like, yeah, I wonder if I broke any magnets off of it. Nope. Stuck it right back on the car. Good to go. I'm loving this Olds. I've got actually several of those to do. Over time, I got one for a NASCAR. I've got the 66 Olds, which is one of my favorites. I have a Californian. I don't know that I'll ever build it. I originally bought the car for another reason, and I was trying to do something different. This goes back to when I said I was trying to originally get into the channel and get subscribers and stuff like that. I was wanting to enter that showdown to try and get my name out there. And like I said, I don't do that anymore. Now I'm just going to do it because I know how to build a car, or at least somewhat how to build a car. I'd like to put it out there and present it. Because I think if you put it on Harry's track, it's going to get ran hard, possibly broken. But he says he's the master of destroying things. I told him he was anyway. So I'd like to see it run around his track because I've just never been on a wood track. I think that'd be cool. Plus, you can get a different perspective of your car by looking at it on a channel and go, hey, I know that car. If you guys have ever watched those, there's some really cool cars on there. I'm not looking to win. I'm just looking to see how my car runs against the others on a wood track. With my personal preferences of color and livery on it. And that should be fun. That should be fun just in itself. So, again, like I said, the show kind of got a little stovetop. Had a bigger storyline together. I will have that one ready, hopefully, next week. Just Thanksgiving. Yeah, I was just talking about Christmas. No, Halloween's coming up. I got some plans for that. Well, actually, when I get done with probably the land barge, I might send it off to Tad. I know he's got a wood rod track and he doesn't live that far away. It wouldn't cost me anything to mail it to you. Matter of fact, I thought about it one time before I put the truck even up. I was going to send it over to his place and have him run around on track. But you just got to be careful when you're putting kits together. Pay attention. It's easy, but it's got its little points that you'll just be like, fuck. I hope I woke everybody up on that one. But yeah, you have your moments, and when you think everything's going right, still be careful, because I'm telling you, the simplest of things can change it all in less than a tenth of a second. I'm holding the story back. I'm not telling. A couple of you already know what I'm talking about. Devastating. It was devastating. But I'm okay. I won't let it eat me alive. But guys, yeah. I would try building. At least try to build one. Now I'm starting to sound like all the other prison guys out there, telling you you need to build a truck, you need to build a car. I found it. I like building things, so it's actually quite fun. Oh, you want me to send it to you? I can do that. Yeah, I'd like to see it run around on a wooden track. I don't think the truck's going anywhere for as far as a showdown or anything, but I'd like to see it run on a wooden track, see how it does. I got a couple things minor I got to tweak on it a little bit, but other than that, it's ready to go. I might have to send it to you. I'd send it today, but he's way out there. And he's not got a wooden track yet, but he's got a nice track. Anybody watched his show the other night? It was great. Now I got a cat yelling. So I try to promote people's channels when I can, and I try to watch people's channels when I can. But there's a lot of people out there that supported me over the time, and I usually try to make a definite plan to make to their channels. Just because I'll run it through. Are you saying I might not see this truck again, Ted? You might like it so much you keep it yourself. Then I can't get a hold of you for nothing. You should support every channel out there because everybody's giving you a different point of view on the same hobby. So, one, if it's the same car, you're still getting to see it on another track, running around. Somebody's got maybe tighter corners or just a different perspective altogether. They might tell you something that the other channel might not, and then, yeah. Yes, Bill. Now. Oh, I gotta get this other video ready. I swear to God, it's coming. I'm telling you, Chad, it's coming. And don't worry, Dave, you're in it too. I'm building up a little storyline for you two assholes. Got me building cards. Oh, did I say that out loud? Oh, crap. I'm glad I'm building them, actually. Now I just got to watch my pocketbook because I keep buying and I don't have chassis. I got all these models. Dave was saying the other day, the part's going to be when you have to buy all chassis for these things. Especially if I use those H&Rs because they're, that's $60 a pop every time. Then that's not including paint, the parts you need, for the truck or car you're doing. And, especially, yeah, things add up quick if you don't pay attention. But I wouldn't turn it down for anything. I've had a lot of fun doing it. It's probably why my track's not getting done right now because I keep coming home and trying to work on another car. I mean, I've been going one after another. I still got the Dodge Demon I haven't shown you guys, but it's not ready because I only got it to a certain point and never finished it. It's sitting on wheels, but if you look at it, it's not sitting on wheels very well. The wheels haven't been adjusted to fit inside the frame or anything like that. It's just sitting on top. The body's just sitting on top of it. So I'll trade you a free YouTube video for some stickers. Well, if I send the truck to you, I'm going to send you a couple stickers. I still have those, and there's some people I've reached out to you. I haven't heard back from you. I did get some. I did get one into this week. Let's see here. Got to bring it up. HSF. I mean, he went through the process of putting my logo on the paper, so let's get that out. Yeah. Well, let me block this part. Yeah, he's got my name on there. I don't care if you see my address or not. I got 5 dogs and I own guns. Come rob me. I'm kidding. Anyway, so we got some stickers here. He says here, I love your content you put out on your channel. Looking forward to more and hopefully a Christmas stream from you dressed as Santa. Keep slotting, Brad. HSF Racing. Yeah. Can't read with these damn shades on. So we got the HSF sticker. See, I'm learning how to use the light to my advantage now. Then we got, I'm guessing it's a farm in Canada. Something like that. Or Russia. Or is it just a bear that's coming after me? We got, I'm not sure what this one means. To me in this area, it's called the general car insurance, but this is something I can't, if you guys can read that for me. Something. I don't understand it, but it'll go on my wall. And this last one's kind of a little bit of controversy. I got 2 of them, one small, one big. I'll show you the big one for this particular piece. It says silicone is made for boobies, not slot cars. Okay? I'm a little offended by that because I've got the boobies. So I use silicone, guys. Very rarely do I use anything else. So now I got to get a sticker of boobies to put next to this because it can't go on my wall like that. I have to have some. Yeah, I know it was California. I was messing with the Californication. See, I'm not singing Elvis, but I am singing. Yeah, now I forgot the name of the band. Yeah, somebody's gonna tell me the band too, and I'm gonna be like, "Damn you!" But yeah, I will put those on the wall. I'm not gonna put them on there right now because I'm not standing up to do that. That's gonna hurt. God bless it. Now I'm trying to remember the band. That's okay, Tad. Payback. Payback with bitch. Hey, you guys don't need to be plotting anything. I was just saying. Yeah, the Red Hot Chili Peppers. Not Peckers. I almost said it, didn't I? Peckers. Yeah. I got, he sang Elvis the other night. I heard him. You guys all heard him that were there. He did sing a little bit of Elvis. But, he's got the outfit to go with it. I bet they didn't know that. We have to have a video where he brings out a slot car, but it's all in Elvis. Matter of fact, he needs a Graceland car. That's what it is. Build Elvis's Cadillac, this pink Cadillac. You won't ever tell. Oh, I think that would be the day. I thought you said it to me before, but good. I have it again. That'll work. I was going to have to ask you for it because I wasn't going to scroll back that far. We've been talking for quite a while. Yeah, Tad, you're definitely just as much. He's the one that used to keep me on these lives all night, which I've already been on here an hour, believe it or not. There it goes. I love booby tires. We'll get out here. That should be the slogan that stays up the rest of the night. I just like boobies. I don't need the tires. Because see, I'd rather. Tad will know this one. Motorboating. The motorboat. Died tragically. Tragically, my ass. Oh, guys. Yeah, I should probably call this off in an hour. Again, I apologize for the earlier bullshit. I hate canceling freaking lives. I hate them. So I didn't want to cancel tonight since I was still able to get down here and do that. Showed a little bit of slot cars, some stuff coming up. I'll show you more as I get into it. I'll have a bigger show for the slot invasion truck. I really wanted to show it off. It was supposed to be my big sparkler for the night, but I didn't have everything in place. So I apologize for that. I'm glad everybody made it out here. You guys are my friends. I enjoy being able to talk to you guys on a regular basis. So as far as the Wednesday, Thursday thing, I forgot I was going to bring this up. I don't know that I'm going to be doing those anymore. It seems like work kind of gets in my way a lot, and that's why I have to cancel a lot. Sundays is the best night for me, but right now with football season going on, I know that's a little harder to get people to watch. But I think I'm just going to stay with the Sundays for the most part, and I'll just do content videos during the week. So we'll come up with this. We'll just keep it the dark side on Sundays, the Darkside Sundays or something like that. Slotcar Wildman's Darkside Sundays. I change the names all the time. Slotcar Wildman's Wildling Slotcar Darkside. Didn't Shane say that? He said it one time. He says, whatever he named it this week. Oh. And yeah, I suggest y'all have a great weekend or week. And we will catch you on another one. I do have a couple of those things coming in tomorrow. I will probably put those up in a content video. So you can check out that stuff. One of them, like I said, I only made the purchase because of Harry. He really pushed it back into my head. And the other one is finishing up the slot invasion thing I wanted to do originally with tonight. And I was going to push it off till tomorrow just so I could show the whole truck and all the parts and have a better explanation of everything they have. And I was really going to do it more like an infomercial. Even though I'm not getting paid for it. I'm just saying. Because I did the slot division truck. Yeah, that was short, Ted. Yeah, any other time you leave right before I ended anyway. So, I'm not gonna feel any remorse. You used to keep me on for over 2 hours. Then all of a sudden you started cutting me short all the time. Then I'm cutting it short. Now you're going, what? That was short. Can't have it both ways, boy. Guys, have a great night, and thank you for coming out. I will talk to you again soon. Promise.